Good morning, everyone. I have my cup of tea. My dogs are in the little dog run playing. And I was listening to the bird song, so I thought I would come out here and see if you could hear the bird song. And I hope you can. Yesterday I was pruning some roses, harvesting roses for making rose water. And today I need to clean up the rose cuttings. Roses are the only green thing I really don't compost on my cold compost pile. What's a cold compost pile? It's not heat and water that breaks down the materials, the plant materials. It's time and lots and lots of time, not the herb, but the thing that marches on. And in a cold compost system that just degrades over a long period of time, rose cuttings, even clean and undiseased ones, can develop a disease, and then you would risk spreading that disease if you spread the compost. So I don't put rose cuttings on my cold compost system, but pretty much everything else, and my kitchen waste that doesn't go to the hens. That is the Porch Invader tomato. I told the story before, so if you haven't heard my Porch Invader story, I throw off this porch. That window, the lights and the stuff that you can see there is my kitchen. My outdoor kitchen sink is on one side that you can see facing this way, and on the other side is the indoor kitchen sink, and that's my porch. And when I have old tomatoes, I throw them off of this very long front porch into the garden. So it just keeps going down past that kaffir lime tree. My porch does. So every few years, one of those discarded old rotty tomatoes has sprouted, and now it's taking over the porch. And in these beds, raised beds, are planted tomatoes, but what you're seeing there is the one that sprouted in between the two raised beds. And you can see there's tomatoes coming on. This is great. You can see there's a snail in there that got over the snail barrier. So, and then I'm gonna go show you, but then there's the pomegranate. Oh, I hear my dogs are done in there. That's the I'm done bark. Pomegranates everywhere. Look, pomegranates everywhere. It's great. It's great. Say hello to a hollyhock. I didn't turn on the fountain so you could hear the birds, not so that you could hear the dogs. So this is another raised bed of tomatoes, not the Porch Invader. And you can see tomatoes coming on there. 3 different varieties in here, 2 different varieties in the first bed over there, and 3 in the second bed, and then the Porch Invader in between. I have 1 more bed, but I haven't planted it. That's actually my cold compost. So here we go. This is my porch sink. Doesn't have a drain. I have to undrain it. But there's my kitchen. There's my teapot. There's my sink with my dirty dishes. So that is why it's called Porch Invader. Because it invades the porch. So the last time I did this a week or so ago, they were not coming out the top of the towers there like they are now. So, you know, in a short week's time, Porch Invader has doubled in size. And if I were to do this again in a week, which I probably will, this is a really tall tower. And look, this is headed to the top of that. So, and as I look out my kitchen window, I can see the pomegranates doing their thing. So anyway, because I've been talking, I haven't been drinking, but it's keeping my hand warm. So I'd like to wish you all a lovely day. Midsummer is here. It's Father's Day. My father was a great guy, and I love remembering him on this day and telling stories about him. There are millions of them. He was so funny with my mom and with my friends and family. So I hope that you, if your dad is around, that you get to spend time with him, even in the residual remains of COVID-19. I hope that you get to see him in person, even if you don't get to hug him yet. And if you don't have your dad nearby, or your dad's no longer with us, I hope that you can find someone to share some stories with and enjoy remembering the good dads of this world. And have a blessed Sunday, and stay well, be kind, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye. God bless you.